what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are back here where all the magic happens, all the editing and everything else because of one important iconic car. What is that? That would be the car that is known as Godzilla. Yes, we have the details and the photos of the 2024 Nissan GT-R, GT-R T-Spec, and GT-R NISMO. So without further ado, let's see if Nissan did enough to keep their supercar killer where it belongs, at the top. Let's find out. And there it is. There is your 2024 Nissan GT-R. As you can see, this is the NISMO version. NISMO stands for Nissan Motorsports. This is that top track level model. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip-flop between the NISMO and a T-Spec to really show you what is different for 2024. But right away, you're going to notice an all-new front fascia. Now, this is not a redesign. That's probably the other thing you're going to notice. This is still an R35 GT-R. First appeared at the Tokyo Auto Salon all the way back in 2007. Did not come to the United States until 2009. But right away, you could see how they reworked the front fascia, the front splitter, the canards, the brake cooling ducts, and the all-new daytime running lamps. Now, of course, with the NISMO, you're gonna have all that extra aero, and they really wanted to take from their GT3 race car and bring more of that magic to the NISMO version. Now, this next one, this is the T-Spec. So the T-Spec making a return for model year 2024. And one of the things that I like about showing the differences is at the front end of the business with this new front fascia and new grille opening, you could see how the designers were really trying to evoke the R34, which for many enthusiasts is the iconic legendary one to try to track down and get into your garage. But you could see how they made that front fascia area where the bumper is a little bit more prominent. They reworked that lower grille area, and I could see that connection. Now, there is gonna be 3 separate trims. You have Premium, T-Spec, and of course, NISMO is that track focus version. And when it comes to the T-Spec, what's interesting, they're still gonna have those 2 colors that really were iconic with the R34. It's gonna be Millennium Jade, which is what you're looking at, and Midnight Purple, 2 of the best colors for the R34. Looking at the tail end of the business now of the NISMO, this is a NISMO specific color known as Stealth Gray. And you can see at the back, it's still familiar R35, but they definitely have elongated the tail to really bring that aero down the side of the vehicle, all carbon fiber. So I'm loving what I'm seeing with all that carbon fiber, not only in the rear tail section, but also that massive rear diffuser that's gonna help suck the car to the track. And then you'll notice with the rear wing, they did something very similar that you're seeing on a lot of current modern race cars, and also what Porsche did with the 992 GT3, the 911 GT3, is the swan neck rear wing attachments. That allows for less drag, but still tons of downforce. You'll also notice you're still getting that titanium exhaust, which is standard. Remember, titanium exhaust not too long ago was a $12,000 option. It is standard for 2024. The back of the T-Spec, same great style. You're gonna, of course, get a unique rear wing, and they did rework the standard rear wing because that's the standard rear wing on the T-Spec, the one that you'll get on the Premium or the T-Spec. The T-Spec has a little bit wider front fenders, and then it still has that titanium exhaust, all new rear diffuser. Another big standout is that it snags the carbon ceramic brake rotors right from the NISMO. And if you like pizza-sized rotors, these things are over 16 inches in diameter with those massive 6-piston Brembo calipers. And another new thing for the T-Spec, of course, is going to be those interior touches as well, with the very unique interior color. That green style color is making a return. I love the gold painted raised forged wheels on the T-Spec, really look fantastic. And then the way that they worked that rear diffuser area, I think really shows that aggressive look that they took from the race car. Now at the front of the Nismo, like I said, this is a Nismo specific color called Stealth Gray. You can get new for 2024 a Nismo appearance package on top of your Nismo. What is that going to give you? It's going to give you more red accents, and it's going to give you a clear coat over that carbon fiber front hood so that you could clearly see the carbon fiber hood through the clear coat paint and some other carbon fiber touches that will show through because of the clear coat paint. If you're wondering, well, Joe, what about horsepower? Are we getting more horsepower? Unfortunately, no. All of the numbers are going to remain the same from model year 2023 to model year 2024. The big news for the Nismo, which I didn't even know this, is that they're actually now giving you a front limited slip diff. How crazy is it that an over $200,000 supercar killer did not have a limited slip front diff? And remember, this is still all-wheel drive, and that's one of the things that's made the GT-R known as Godzilla, is because of that supreme superiority in grip that you get, no matter if you're on the track or on the street. But you can see now at the front of the Millennium Jade color GT-R, that T-Spec, I'm really digging the front. You'll also notice that they didn't do anything to the headlights. I think that that is a missed opportunity where they really could have brought an even greater change without doing a redesign by changing those headlights. Maybe not have them go so far up into the fender. So I am going to zonk that they didn't do a little bit more to the front of the vehicle, especially in the headlight area. But I still love the way you got those NACA ducts up top that are going to help bring cool air to underneath the hood. And remember, the reason why NACA ducts are so unique is because they create barely any drag, but they flow a ton of air. And I really like the way we could see in these two pictures between the Nismo and between the T-Spec, the big difference. I mean, look at the back, and you'll see this going into the next photo, is you'll see that rear diffuser even magnified more. It's like they took a Nismo magnifying glass and they were like, and then they designed it to look exactly like what they saw under the magnifying glass. Love the red trim. Love the way you got that little divider in the center. And the titanium exhaust really sets it off. It's just the challenge is that this is still an R35. So still a very large car. They got the coefficient drag down to a 0.23, which is quite substantial. And just to put that into some type of comparison, I don't know if you remember that Mercedes EQXX that we did at CES, that electric high range car, that had a coefficient drag of a 0.17. So this has a drag coefficient of a 0.23, which is pretty slippery for the size of vehicle. So you're still looking at the 3.8 liter twin turbo V6. If you go standard, premium, or if you go T-Spec, like what you're looking at now at the tail end of the business, you're looking at 565 horsepower, 467 pound-feet of torque. It does come standard, like I said, with the titanium exhaust. And if you go Nismo, you're still looking at 600 horsepower, 481 pound-feet of torque, and you're getting, of course, those carbon ceramic rotors that come standard, 16.1 inches in diameter, and you're getting that limited slip diff at the front end of the vehicle. And then remember, both cars still use that very kind of first edition of the DCT. Not a lot of cars had DCT transmissions going back to 2008, 2009. This has a 6-speed DCT, so they didn't do any revision to that. Now, you still get the changes suspension-wise, all-wheel drive-wise, and transmission-wise when it goes from regular GT-R to Nismo. You're still going to get all those track-focused tweaks, tunings, things like that. But other than that, it's still a 6-speed DCT. And then, of course, we got to finish off with this Nismo. I mean, I'm really digging the style of it. I just, if you were hoping for something big for 2024, an R36, it's not here yet. And what my fear is that either the R36 may never happen, or the R36 may be electric. And that really doesn't do it for me. So if you've really been holding out and you want a new GT-R, yes, there's plenty of pre-owned ones you can find on Auto Trader or wherever you're looking. this is a chance to get a brand new one, and you're gonna have some substantial changes. These are some of the biggest changes since we saw the last revision just a few years ago. But I'm definitely loving the way this Nismo looks on the track. This one does not have the appearance package. How do I know that? Because the hood is painted stealth gray. If you go Nismo appearance package, it is gonna be carbon fiber and clear carbon fiber with just a clear coat. And no, you cannot. Thank God they didn't do this. You can't get a Nismo appearance package on a standard GT-R. So they're keeping Nissan Motorsports where it belongs on the top trim. And if you want the appearance package, you could do it. If you don't want it, you don't have to have a carbon fiber hood, because not everybody wants to see the carbon fiber. You may want to, but other people may not. But at the back, I do like the way they kind of made those nice little angles right above that area where the exhaust and the rear diffuser, the lower bumper area is. It's still crazy what this car could do, because we're talking about a vehicle that weighs almost 4,000 pounds, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, and a top speed of over 190 miles an hour. So this is definitely still going to be your supercar killer. Is it the one that you should be buying? That really comes down to you. But I'm dying to find out. Let me know in that comment section, has Nissan done enough to get your heart to pitter-patter to where maybe you might want to obtain one of these? Let me know in that comment section. What other changes would you have liked to have seen? Put that in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. We got to thank Lori and Dillinger for helping to set up this office area. Dillinger's doing the magic, keeping us on our toes. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. Show her some love in the comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.